All things considered, yes, it's been a failure for LeBron James. But the reason it's been a failure for LeBron James is not because LeBron's not statistically balling.
Okay, there
LeBron James leads the league in points right now. Keep in mind, LeBron has only led the league in a statistical category twice prior to the season. 2 years ago, he led the league in assists, and back in 2007, 2008, he led the league in points. So for only the third time and maybe the most decorated career in all of athletics, LeBron James leads the league in a statistical category. But we don't praise LeBron for his statistical dominance. Because if we did, LeBron James would be unequivocally the greatest player in basketball history. Only player with 10,000 assists, 10,000 points, and 10,000 rebounds. However, we don't praise LeBron for his stats. We praise LeBron for his collective winning.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things LeBron James ever did was leading the Cavs from down 3-1. Not the 41 points he dropped. It was the fact that he led the Cavs from down 3-1. The second greatest thing we talk about LeBron James doing, man, y'all remember that 07 roster he took to the finals against the Spurs? He was out there with a whole bunch of bums, quote unquote. We don't talk about LeBron James's 45, 15, and 5, 2012 Eastern Conference Finals Game 6, not with the same fervor that we talk about his 07 collection of greatness, not with the same fervor that we talk about his 2016 comeback from down 3-1. We always talk about LeBron's collection of greatness, not LeBron's statistical independence.
Yeah.
So, the season is a failure because the manner in which we talk about LeBron, his collection of greatness, he ain't collectively great. Now, individually, balling. If LeBron James was Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, this season would by far and away be a success. Because we talk about the likes of Kyrie, KD, Harden, Russ, not for what they've done as a collective, but we talk about them for what they've done as individuals. Russ, Mr. Triple-Double. First dude since Oscar Robertson to average a triple-double over the course. We talk about Russell Westbrook's individual greatness. Kyrie Irving, boy, he's a walking bucket. Maybe the most skilled basketball player of all time, greatest finisher at the rim. We talk about Kevin Durant, yo, easy money sniper, maybe the greatest scorer ever, the greatest scorer over 7 foot. But when we talk about LeBron, we talk about what he's done for others. And the problem is LeBron hasn't done enough for the Lakers this season. As a result, failure.
I'm Will Smith. Chris Rock.
I better be Jada.
That's right. We about to fight. Finally, we get there. I'm coming on stage right now. I'm about to slap you. Here we go. Woo! How you gonna say this season is a failure for LeBron James? Emmanuel Acho. What's your full name? Just give it to me.
Emmanuel Chinedu Acho.
No, one in America. What's your full name? You still hold on that?
That's my full name.
Okay. Not Junior?
No, sir.
Okay. So certainly not the third. Okay. I didn't know that names that were just by themselves were a collective. You want to make it a collective. LeBron James is looked at as a collective. His name is LeBron James, like yours is Emmanuel Ididu Acho.
Chinedu Acho.
Yeah, I'm here. So the point is, it's about you.
Talk to me.
And what is LeBron doing? What is you doing, LeBron? Oh, just averaging 30 points a game this season. Most since 05. 05? LeBron is still tilting like that, and you say this is a failure? Field goal percentage, shooting better than he has in the last 6 years. Free throws, LeBron at the free throw line, kryptonite, not anymore. 10 years since we've seen him that damn good there. I got to keep it consistent with you, Acho. I love you too much, man. You can't be changing it all around. It's about principles. So we're going to have a conversation about principles, and we don't adjust them to the picture. We adjust the picture to the principles. And in this situation, you told me earlier in this show, Deshaun Watson, oh my God, beast. He didn't even play last year, so is that a success or failure? But the year before he did play, and he balled out. And they won 4 games and didn't make it to the playoffs. And you told me that was amazing. You know why I know you told me it was amazing? Because look what he got in return. The highest guaranteed contract in NFL history. So the NFL said that's amazing. Acho told me how great he is. That's amazing. But now LeBron James all of a sudden does the equivalent, and it's not so amazing. Acho, Chididu, Make it make sense,
Because
big
closer.
dog.
So it's because we judge different people for different things. We don't judge Steph Curry based upon his ability to dunk the basketball. We judge Steph Curry based upon his ability to shoot the three. We judge different people for different things. Jordan's greatest accolades were the fact that he went to the finals 6 times and he never lost. If Jordan would have lost in the finals or played a game 7, then he would have lost a lot of his luster in regards to what we brag about most. Doesn't take away from the fact that he was a 10-time scoring champ. Doesn't take away from the fact that he was a double-digit time All-Star. Doesn't take away from any of those facts. But what do we brag about most? What do we praise individuals for most? What we praise LeBron James for most is how he makes everybody around him better. Coaches that live in anonymity become NBA championship coaches when LeBron James showed up. Eric Spoelstra had not sniffed a championship until LeBron James showed up. Now, Eric Spoelstra, 2 years ago, he got back to a championship. But remember, Eric Spoelstra and the Heat were perennial 5 seed, 4 or 5 seed with D-Wade there. LeBron shows up, 1 seed, 2 seed, 1 seed, 2 seed, 1 seed, 2 seed, championship. LeBron James leaves. Spoelstra does not smell the NBA Finals again up until 2019, 2020. So, LeBron James is most known for elevating everybody around him. So at the point in which you ain't elevating everybody around him, that's a failure. Not because LeBron James ain't individually great, but in 10 years, what are we going to talk about? Yo, you remember when LeBron James averaged 30 points in a season? No. We're going to say, bruh, but LeBron James went to the Lakers and didn't make the playoffs 2 years. That's what we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about his individual statistical greatness. We're going to talk about the fact that the Lakers might have missed the playoffs or did miss the playoffs.
But you're using us. You're using the barometer as what we're going to talk about. But as we're learning in our society today, what we're talking about is not necessarily what needs to be talked about. We will ignore some real deep conversations and just talk about, man, what side you on, Chris or Wills? Like, we get fascinated by the candy. We get fascinated by the icing instead of the cake anymore. And you better stop slighting Eric Spoelstra. You saw what he was about to do to Jimmy Butler. He'd come at you, too. First 2 seasons, 43 wins, 47 wins. The dude was all right, no play on. And then all of a sudden, you get LeBron in the way and all that added up together. It's something special. Tell me if this is a success. I don't know. Of all players 37 years or older, LeBron James has the highest point per game average. Kareem is
Absolutely
second.
Successful.
Kareem is second. MJ at the same age, or after, because MJ was retired, 23 points a game, LeBron at 30. LeBron playing 37 minutes a game, bro, 4th highest in the NBA, and he is 37. I just don't know, when can we finally in sports understand that it's an interdependence? That means I'm not independent of my teammates, but I'm not fully dependent on my teammates as well. LeBron James has to go home at night, sip on some vino and tequila and tell himself, I balled out. Or does he only wait until the team wins to tell himself that same story?
Here's the thing. LeBron James forever transcended the dependence of sports. Forever, LeBron transcended the fact that sports were dependent. That's what made LeBron James the greatest. Y'all got to remember, 2007 Cavs, coached by Mike Brown, now assistant coach for the Warriors. That roster had Boobie Gibson, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Damon Jones, Larry Hughes, Drew Gooden. That roster was a roster that LeBron James took to the NBA Finals. His career has been marked by the fact that he is not dependent on everybody else like other superstars are.
Yeah, that's fair.
But now it appears that he is. That's why, for me, Sel, if the thing that has made you greatest is no longer present, then to me you are failing at that thing. Statistically speaking, he's having an MVP caliber campaign, but he's lost his chip.
Did he lose it or did they gain something different, a new weapon? LeBron, when he got into the league, was that 04? And then he takes the Cavs to the finals, 07, whatever it may be. Super teams weren't the flavor like they are now. But then it was like, oh, the Celtics get a big 3? Oh, we got something special here. And that was right when LeBron had taken the Cavs to the finals. Now, LeBron without AD is going against super teams. They're the team with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on it. Oh, by the way, Ben Simmons ain't even playing yet. Like, every team you're going to name that is really a good team, they are loaded in terms of superstar talent. I think LeBron's just playing in a different era, different game, but still playing the same way. Peace.